Well, hop aboard the Oreo Express, where truth don't hide and we don't second guess. Unapologetic, we're bold and we're loud, shining light on the left shady crowd. Oreo Express, rolling down the track, exposing the lies, ain't no turning back. Conservative fire, we're speaking the truth. At Oreo Express, this one's for you. So grab your boots, let's take a stand for freedom, faith, and the heart of this land. Oreo Express, let's roll, let's go. So grab your boots, let's take a stand for freedom, faith, and the heart of this land. Oreo Express, let's.
You're still looking good.
I'm still feeling good. You know, I've got all your MyPillow products. Mattress topper, bed sheets, MyPillows, towels, slippers, blankets.
I'm interrupting this commercial to do something I've never done before. Get 2 MyPillows absolutely free on orders of $100 or more. I can't do this forever, so get on board with this great sale today. Our best-selling 6-piece bath towel sets or kitchen towel sets, just $29.98. Our famous standard MyPillows only $14.98. Queens $18.98. King size only $1 more. Body pillows $29.98. Multi-use MyPillow 2.0s with pillowcase $9.98. Save $40 on our spring percale Giza Dream bed sheet sets. Any size, any color. So go to MyPillow.com or call that number on your screen. Use your promo code to save up to 80% on all MyPillow products. And when you spend $100 or more, get 2 standard MyPillows absolutely free.
That's right, folks. Absolutely free. Head over to mypillow.com. Check it out. Use promo code Oreo. Support American-made product, a Patriot company, a Patriot and Mike Lindell. We are honored to be partnered with them, and you're also helping out the Oreo Express at the same time. So head over to the website. Check out what they got. Tons of stuff. You can use promo code Oreo for substantial discounts, savings, all that good stuff. Welcome back. How is everybody doing? Hope you're all having a good Monday, July 7th here. And once again, thank you for tuning in. If I could ask you, hit that like button, share this out. We got a lot in store for you today. We had one of the largest federal operations, ICE and immigration operations in Los Angeles, and Mayor Karen Bass showed up. And it was at a park that is usually known for methamphetamines and MS-13 gang members. And we'll get into that and we'll talk about it. We'll also talk about Gavin Newsom doing a victory lap 6 months after the Palisades fire, the Los Angeles fire, that we covered extensively, where nothing has still been done yet, even though the federal government did their part within 30 days. They said it would take months, and Trump said, nope, we'll get it taken care of. And now we have Gavin Newsom looking like a fool. We also have Adam Schiff, Alex Padilla. It's almost like they got a memo, guys. And we're going to talk about that and a lot more. Once again, thank you for tuning in. I'm going to go over to the chats really quick. Jay Lynn is in the house. Susan K. Spencer is in the house. Karen Sunflower is in the house. J.H. Candy Bar. Sugar Bear, let's see. I'm going to go down to the bottom here and see some Mom X Swift, Jando, let's see. Texas Bigfoot, Mikey Ray in the house. Okay, I thought we were going to have to cancel the show today, but old Uncle Bill is in here. I see him. Whew, that was a close one, guys. B. Mikey's in the house. Trina's in the house. Thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate. Party Bonza's in there. Thank you. L. Ralphie, what's up? Thank you guys for tuning in, as well as Rob Wallace and KLM79. B. Mikey just gifted 5 subscriptions to the Oreo Express. Thank you so much, B. Mikey, Karen Sunflower, Mikey Ray, Oil and Gas. All you guys give B. Mikey a shout out right there. We appreciate you. And again, we couldn't do it without you all. Thank you so much. So earlier today in the first show, we covered what was going on as far as Democrats, fake news, legacy media trying to say that somehow Trump's Doge cuts, budget cuts, one big beautiful bill caused the catastrophic flooding in Texas. You're like, wait a second, this don't add up. I want you to listen to our press secretary call them out, and then an article that just came out somehow from no right-wing group, actually from CBS News. Take a look at
Unfortunately, in the wake of this once-in-a-generation natural disaster, we have seen many falsehoods pushed by Democrats. Unfortunately, in the wake of this once-in-a-generation natural disaster, we have seen many falsehoods pushed by Democrats such as Senator Chuck Schumer and some members of the media. Blaming President Trump for these floods is a depraved lie, and it serves no purpose during this time of national mourning. Here are the facts. In the lead up to this tragic natural disaster, the National Weather Service did its job. Despite unprecedented rainfall, the National Weather Service executed timely and precise forecasts and warnings. On July 3rd, the National Weather Service office in Austin, San Antonio, Texas, conducted forecast briefings for emergency management in the morning and issued a flood watch in the early afternoon. Flash flood warnings were also issued on the night of July 3rd and in the early morning of July 4th, giving preliminary lead times of more than 3 hours before flash flooding conditions occurred. In the National Weather Service office in New Braunfels, which delivers forecasts for Austin, San Antonio, and the surrounding areas, had extra staff on duty during the storms, despite claims of the contrary. So to any person who has deliberately lied about these facts surrounding this catastrophic event, you should be deeply ashamed. At this time, the administration's focus will be giving the victims and their communities the support they deserve during these recovery efforts in this tragic time. May God bless the great people of Texas, especially the parents who have lost their children. President Trump loves you. We are praying for you, and he will be traveling to see you later this week.
These elected politicians on the Democrat side, they don't care about those children. They're looking for a political win and political points. They've lied this entire time. Their paid influencers have lied and made people, I don't know if people believe it anymore. I don't think it works. I think it only works on the people that already kind of follow constantly the lies and the deceit. And I just thought it was interesting that CBS News just put out this article about an hour and 20 minutes ago. And take a look at what it says. CBS News analysis shows there were 22 warnings sent by the National Weather Service for Kerr County and the Kerrville residents. It does say many residents say they didn't get alerts, but they were sent. Wasn't because of shortage of staffing, wasn't because some climate activists lost their job a couple months ago because of Doge, was not because of any of that. 22 warnings sent out. I don't know how many more Democrats want, but again, heed the warnings. Heed the warnings. This happened 38 years ago, 37 years ago in this same area. And it's unfortunate that they're playing politics with these children. Again, I don't think legacy media cares about white Christian children, to be honest with you. But like the video we showed you earlier, Ben Berquam, they're looking for the gotcha questions when they're out there at the pressers. They're looking to try to destroy Trump. They've been on that mission for a long time. Mikey Ray says, hot day, buy a bag of ice. Thank you, Mikey Ray, for that Rumble rant. We appreciate you, and thank you for helping us out at the beginning of the month when we got all our bills due right now. We can't say thank you enough. So thank you very much, Mikey Ray. So 22 warnings sent by the National Weather Service, but you won't hear that on many stations. No, they spent the last, since July 4th, telling folks that these people are dead because of Trump, because of budget cuts. You know, the funny thing is Los Angeles was literally destroyed because of funding their pet projects and not funding the fire department, having the fire department stationed. That was 6 months ago today. That's the anniversary, and we're going to get into that here in a minute. But how about this? We went over to Aurora, Colorado. I don't know, was it about a year ago? I don't even know. All the months kind of run together. And the reason why is because there's gangs taking over these apartments. You had the city councilwoman that kind of said, hey, there's an issue here. We got video of this. And the Democrats lied and said, oh, no. It's because of the property owners not taking care of this stuff. They're like, no, there's video guys with AR-15s going, kicking in doors. Well, check this out. Libs of TikTok posted this, and it's kind of a collage of the fake news. And it says, then violent New York Times, then violent Venezuela games in Aurora, Colorado is a fake story. Trump is making false claims. New York Times now, Aurora, Colorado might have a gang problem. Take a look at this. I'll put this on the screen for y'all, and look at how the false story of a gang takeover in Colorado reached Trump. Trump rally in Aurora, Colorado is marked by nativist attacks. Claims about the city that have been disputed by local officials. In Aurora, Colorado, a split over the biggest threat to the city. Migrants are trumped. It says President Trump has made Colorado's third largest city synonymous with the supposed scourge of Venezuela gangs. How about this one? As Trump arrives, Aurora insists it's not the war zone he sees. It says the former president held a rally in Colorado City he falsely claims was taken over by violent immigrants from Venezuela. Now, we know we don't have to go too far. We know we covered that extensively. We know what the stories were. We know that even prior to Trump saying anything, the end of the year before, it was December 2023, that the FBI was already out in contact with local police and state officials stating, hey, we have this group that's in your area. We're watching it. It's a Venezuela gang, blah, blah, blah. And they all lied about it. And then all of a sudden, Trump's in office now, and maybe they'll just report on something. Democrat denied the city had gang problem. The truth is complicated. The truth is complicated. Trump's claim that Venezuelan criminals took over Aurora, Colorado, became a rationale for his immigration crackdown. So, guys, it's complicated. It's complicated. Oh, you just don't hate the mainstream media enough. You really don't. Just nuts. How about this? I don't know who this guy is. Singer and actor Joshua Evans. I like his first name, though. I like his first name. Posted this calling to butcher Christians who voted for Trump. So here he is. I still don't recognize it. And again, I'm not a Hollywood guy. I'm not into any of that stuff. I don't pay attention. That's him. And it says, there are Christians who grow up fully embracing Jesus and his teaching, then turn around and vote for Trump and the Republican Party. These are the very people who we warned about growing up. Resist them. Call out their hypocrisy. Reject their hate. Make them uncomfortable with truth. Their lack of intelligence and understanding is most likely overshadowed with talk about God and faith. They are the definition of all talk and no walk. And at the bottom, I'm going to pull this off really quick. At the bottom there, you can see it says butcher them. Butcher them. I don't know if this person's having a bad day. Just because my brain is like, who is this guy? I'm going to look it up really quick. Joshua Evans. And see if he's ever been. Joshua Evans, actor. So I'm going to pull this on the screen so you can see what I see. Oh, was he? It looks like he was one of those childhood actors that was probably put through the ringer, who became known for his role of Timmy Lennox in the soap opera Passions. Oh, okay, not an actor. It's a soap opera. I don't see any movies that he's. So not a very good one. Let's see, movies and shows. I guess he was in The Grinch Stole Christmas. So, yeah, no thanks. No thanks. I would hate to know what happened to him, and I pray for him. He's one of those childhood Hollywood actors. Check this out. This was in Philadelphia last night, another shithole city, with filling up with trash everywhere. Because again, Democrat policies. But this Ring camera caught some action. This Ring camera caught a shootout, and I want you to look at this. This is just insane. I couldn't imagine being part of this. Holy cow, check that out. Again, I'm going to pull this off right here so you get a clean shot of that and see the bottom as well. That's insane. I'm sure Washington Post will say there is no gun violence in Philadelphia tomorrow. Man, these cities. Krista, thank you so much for the Venmo. It says, beginning of the month, love you and the family. Thank you. Appreciate your help. Thank you for helping get our data, our lights, everything paid for this month. We appreciate you. We love the Oreo Army, and we can't do it without you guys. So thank you very much. Yeah, could you imagine that? Like, to these people, it's a way of life. Like, people come up to me all the time and ask me, how do you go to the places you go? How do you do it with all these freaks and everything, saying what they say? It's just another day for me. It doesn't bother me. There's a lot of things I see I don't like, but that's the same way for these people. They know, hit the ground, somebody's probably going to die tonight. It's the way they live. And it's just insane. It's just insane. On Friday, I wanted to bring this update up to you. On Friday, the California Department of Education said that it would respond to the federal government. Remember, the Title IX states that is to protect biological females. It's always been that way. When Title IX was created, it wasn't so boys pretending to be girls could play in their sports and dominate their sports and take away, win, and erase females. They said that they were going to be releasing, check this out, they were going to be releasing what they were going to do about Trump's letter, not Trump's letter, but the Department of Education, Linda McMahon. This is from Sonia Shaw. Let me show you this right here. It says, breaking, the California Department of Education just rejected a federal civil rights finding meant to protect our girls. They refused to sign. No defense, no explanation, just political arrogance. This is what happens when we elect people like Tony Thurmond and California governor who care more about agendas than they do about the children. Our girls are being erased, federal protections are being ignored, and the people in charge are proudly defying the law. This is why elections matter. I think I might have been mistaken. If I go back, I thought after we seen University of Penn and a couple others like say, oh shoot, they're withholding funding, they're doing all this, maybe California would say, you know what, here's what we'll do, we'll work with you. Instead, they flipped the bird to the Trump administration and Linda McMahon. This is from the California Department of Education today. Let me show you the actual letter. I wonder if it's bigger if I do this. It is. So it says, Dear Mr. Burke, the California Department of Education received the U.S. Department of Education Office for Civil Rights June 2025 letter of finding of proposed resolution agreement in the above reference OCR matter. The CDE respectfully disagrees with OCR's analysis and will not sign the proposed resolution agreement. We talk about doubling down on policies. We talked about this when Trump just literally obliterated Democrats. I mean, here was a guy that had 99% negative press coverage, won all 7 swing states. He's a convicted felon, for God's sakes, all these things. And he dominates. And people are like, oh, wait a second. Some Democrats actually pulled back and said, our party is way off basis. You had Democrats coming out, this whole boys and girls sports, all these things that are kind of taking control in the media, at least on podcasts and everything else. And people are like, how can this be possible? They had an opportunity to get back to like even the Democrat Party of 20 years ago. I didn't agree with the Democrat Party of 20 years ago, but we had a lot more things in common. And it's just crazy. This is what our Secretary of Education, Linda McMahon, tweeted out. It says, California has just rejected our resolution agreement to follow federal law and keep men out of women's sports. Turns out Governor Newsom's acknowledgement that it's an issue of fairness was empty political grandstanding. California Governor, you'll be hearing from AG Bondi. So, I'm done. Like, I think a lot of you are, and we can't do it, but I'm kind of done with the funding stuff and everything else. Arrest these little bastards. Arrest them. I would love to see Gavin Newsom locked up, and we're going to talk about that. But more and more colleges are getting rid of their DEI programs, focusing more on education, at least throughout the Trump administration. We don't know what happens 4 years from now. But this is the University of Toledo. This is from Libs of TikTok. Quietly scrubbed their entire DEI department. They're scared of violating Trump's executive order and being defunded. So here's what it looked like beforehand. On the left, Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. And oops, page not found. Now, that's the right thing to do because it doesn't matter what side of the aisle you're on. Companies have realized this whole thing that's been going on for 10, 12 years about just craziness. Oh, yeah, no, they identify as a girl. Or no, you know what? We don't want white people. We're going to give people an opportunity and scholarships based on the color of their skin. We're going to have little groups for only these colored people. All that stuff was segregation and discriminating against all other folks. And I'm glad Trump did something about it. Check this out. We have been covering, I think it's today will be day 31 maybe, of the protest at the Portland ICE facility. We've brought you lots of video, covered it multiple times. Katie Daviscourt says, breaking. This was, I think, July 5th at 11:11 at night. Make a wish. DHS police just busted into an apartment unit outside the Portland ICE facility and made an arrest. The individual who leases the unit has been allowing Antifa to use it as a crash pad. Take a look at it. I like this. This is kind of the stuff I'm talking about. We can do this to Gavin Newsom. I'll be very excited.
Shut the fuck up. Fucking feel proud or what? Hey, fucking lame. Fucking lame ass.
Did you get a video of them entering without a warrant?
Okay, we'll find it
Fucking lame.
I will go
Fucking
grab
disgrace. Fucking piece of shit. Those fucking warrants. You just entered a fucking private property. Shit. All of you motherfuckers.
Did they come inside?
Yeah, they went inside without a warrant.
For what? Shit. Freedom of fucking speech. Fucking lame, man. Fucking think they're all big and bad and shit. Fucking lame. You have fucking room. Shut the fuck up. Fucking lame. Fucking lame. Stay on the sidewalk.
Take off your face, fucking bad.
You guys are big and bad or what? You guys ain't shit. Motherfucking piece of shit. Fucking lame, cowards. You guys are lame, man. Great.
We don't have weapons.
That shit down. Why did they take fucking all of you against one person? They don't even have weapons, you fucking dumbasses.
Don't look for Travis Denver. He's a fucking bitch.
Do your fucking job.
Do your fucking job.
That's what they're doing. Their effing job, people.
Not hard-working people.
Do your fucking job, man. Go find the real people you guys need to find.
Where's Travis
Finding
Denver? Where's
criminals,
my
they just got one.
Great. You guys are lame. Puppets, all of you.
Trump's puppets.
Fuck him.
We don't have weapons. You guys already shot him. We don't have weapons. These are hard-working people.
That was beautiful. So that happened where down the street from the ICE facility, where someone was allowing Antifa to use their pad to crash and to set up all this. Maybe there'll be some RICO charges. I remember a friend that used to say, or not so much a friend, but you're gonna get Josh on RICO. So today, Jan Garner, thank you so much for the Rumble rant. Thank you guys for helping out. Again, it is the beginning of the month. We got a lot of bills that got to get paid quickly. And we say thank you for your donations. If you guys want to help us out, we are 100% viewer funded. That's how the show goes on. You can donate at Venmo at OreoJosh, givesendgo.com/Oreo2024, Cash App, $ Oreo Army, or if you do mobile or online banking and you want to help us out through a transfer, you can use Zelle, your Zelle link, and our Zelle link is provided on the website, theoreoexpress.com. And we want to thank you to everybody who helps us out and gets us going and keeps us on the air. So Bill Malugan tweeted this out. Let me show you this. It says, breaking, we are with hundreds. That's right, hundreds of federal agents. It says, and military, as massive federal immigration enforcement operations are underway in the MacArthur Park area of the sanctuary city, Los Angeles, an area with heavy MS-13 influence. Mayor Bass has demanded the raid stop. Feds respond with one of the largest yet, including Border Patrol agents on horseback. Protesters are already showing up. Let me show. We got a lot of video of this. We're going to be talking about this. I mean, just look at that. That is beautiful. I talk about you want ICE out of LA. We're going to bring some more in here. I think what they are doing is absolutely backfiring. And again, Tom Holman said, you know what? We're going to go after these cities that aren't working with us, that are that are encouraging the violence against our law enforcement. We're going to make sure we get those cities first. And again, this is just something you can do. Mayor of LA, Karen Bass, said this right here. I'll show you the video too. It says, this is footage from today in MacArthur Park. Minutes before, listen to this, There were 20 kids playing. Then the military comes through. The second I heard about this, I went to the park to speak to the person in charge to tell them it needed to end now. Absolutely outrageous. Now, I just got a question. What kind of authority does Mayor Karen Bass think she has? But earlier, if you watched the first show, this is what their constituents want. They want them intervening, going against federal law enforcement, right? Take a look at this here. Now, we're going to get into what this park is about in a minute. I love the fact that she, again, tried to say, oh, the military came in and we had 20 kids playing. Good. Those kids are now safer from your crack haven, your fentanyl home, your homeless headquarters, and your MS-13 stash houses. This is awesome. Let's see what we got here. This was overhead. Dude, I love this. This needs to happen in Aurora, Denver, New York. I can name 100 cities right now that we need to do this. And I think now that the one big, beautiful bill has passed, we're going to be looking good. Take a look at this. Oh, not the end of it, the beginning. Pull this up on the screen for you right here.
We have breaking news here. This is in MacArthur Park. Scott Reif is in Air 7 HD. And Scott, we have a lot going on. We haven't seen much in the way of detentions at this point, but we see a lot of confrontation. What are you seeing?
Absolutely. There's a lot of activity and a big deployment here, bigger than we've really seen in the past for the most part. You see the armored vehicle traveling right through MacArthur Park right now. You see a lot of people trying to antagonize them, if you will, coming up to the vehicle, stopping it, and LAPD has just responded. It looks like LAPD is going to be involved in some crowd control. You see them there on the bottom of your screen, but we'll push back into the armored vehicles. One of the things that is so difficult, these agents are not identified. You can't tell if it's ICE. You can't tell if it is National Guard. We had a convoy of National Guard vehicles go through here a few moments ago, and they left. We have 4 or 5 bands standing by as well, and then all the other unmarked vehicles. You can see the crowd is getting closer and closer to what could be ICE agents. We don't know that for certain, but in the past when we've seen this type of activity, that is what it has been. But as you mentioned, we haven't seen anyone detained. We haven't seen these agents go out into the crowd and try and grab anyone, and it looks like now they may be moving through. Interestingly enough, earlier we had a report that Mayor Bass was here for a short period of time, and then we believe she left. Whether she just stumbled across this or she planned to come here and let people know that ICE may be involved in this activity. If it is ICE, is unclear. But certainly there's a lot of activity here, and you could tell a lot of the crowd is getting extremely close to these vehicles, and that's a problem, and that's why LAPD has responded. It looks like they're going to try and eventfully try and make sure the crowd does not get too close to some of those vehicles. Usually LAPD does not assist, but they will be involved in crowd control, and that appears to be what is happening.
Scott, again, we're looking at this. We don't exactly know what.
So that was when they were leaving from that area. And take a look at some of this other video we have from today. This was from the ground. I'm not sure if this was from Julio Rosas. It was shared by The Blaze. But take this. I want to see this in all our crime-ridden areas, not just with illegals, but go in there and clean up the streets. Get the people that are violating the law, the people that are openly using drugs and everything else, get them out of the parks, the places where our children play. Before I show you that, let me put this up on. I don't know if you guys happened to see our Rumble Premium live last night, but if you're a Rumble Premium, we do Rumble Premium only streams, and it really helps us out. If you guys want to help us out, this sponsorship right now is from Rumble, one that is incredibly important to the survival of the company. When Rumble first started in 2013, they built the platform for the small creator. They didn't censor or have biases. They were fair and treated all creators equally. No one thought platforms would censor political conversation or censor opinions on COVID, but they did. Facebook admitted that they felt the pressure from the Biden-Harris administration. Rumble did not. They held the line. They are attacked daily for giving us a voice to talk to you. They are attacked in corporate media. They are attacked by governments like France. They are attacked from brand advertisers who refuse to work with them. Corporate America is fighting to remove speech. Rumble is fighting to keep it. Rumble won't survive with brand advertisers as they don't get much of it. Watching our show on Rumble is the most they can ask from you. But if you really believe in this fight, and if you have the means, one major way you can help Rumble survive is by joining Rumble Premium. Join the community that believes in the First Amendment and believes in our human right to free speech. Rumble is offering $10 off with promo code STUDIO when you purchase an annual subscription. Go to rumble.com/premium and use promo code STUDIO. Like I said, if you have the means and believe in the cause, now is the time to join Rumble Premium. If you don't have the means, we're just happy that you're on here watching us live on Rumble, and we appreciate it. Thank you so much for all those that are Rumble Premium members. I see a lot of your green check marks when I go to the chat, and we had a good premium live yesterday with our good friend Penny Loafer Matt. Now let's go and hear this was some of the video from inside that part. This was earlier today. And this is what Karen Bass seen, and she went down there to tell them they can't do that. Telling federal law enforcement that they can't enforce federal laws. Let me show you a couple different videos here. This is the mayor, the one that allowed Los Angeles to burn down, who has a huge budget deficit, who is laying off a lot of employees because of their spending. Listen.
Mayor Bass, can you at least explain your purpose to being here?
What are they really doing?
Oh, I like him. Hey, I take back what I said to you.
Look at her over there on the phone. The media's all around. She's hunched over. The hunchback woman right there, and we got some other video. This is when Mayor Karen Bass was out there. Now I want you to look at the video from the helicopter and take a look at this right here. This is epic. She's out there. She wants that photo op. I fought for you, illegals. I fought for you while American citizens suffer and pay for your health care and their wages hurt because you're getting paid cash under the table and not paying taxes. I still fought for you.
A live look from the helicopter, so it is unlikely, but let's just try.
This is where we are. This is really the altitude where we're at. This is the 2X. This is just the glass, and then when I hit the digital doubler, we lose resolution.
That's Mayor Karen Bass in the middle of that frenzy.
All right. Yeah, that's the digital doubler. That's what you're seeing. You're cutting the resolution down. And that actually, according to the machine, is sharp.
So we are hearing from the helicopter operator right there, and it does sound like he is answering some questions that we don't hear. But this is some breaking news out of Los Angeles as a federal immigration enforcement operation is currently underway. You see a large crowd right there. LA Mayor Karen Bass is at the center of this large crowd. As you can see, some of the tankers right there on the street in LA. And according to Fox News correspondent Bill Malugin, this is an operation in the MacArthur Park area of LA, an area that he says has a heavy MS-13 influence. Mayor Bass right there demanding that the raids stop. And you can see that it's getting a little physical right there as the crowd is kind of pushing towards this police vehicle. You can also see on the right-hand side of your screen some of these federal agents in their gear right there with their helmets on, with their vests. So it does appear perhaps that Mayor Bass is getting into this vehicle as she was surrounded by the media as well as a number of individuals. So, we haven't heard yet whether she plans to make a statement or not, but this is coming in to our Live Now from Fox Studios. As you can see, the armored tank right there with some of the military and federal agents as they have boarded this. This is all part of an immigration enforcement operation happening right now in LA. We have been covering this issue for weeks now, bringing you these live looks from Los Angeles after some of these.
And she's off. She got the photo op. She didn't want to talk to her people of LA. She didn't hang around or anything like that. This was another check this out.
Because this is unacceptable.
Who did you speak with?
Just wait and see.
Mayor Bass,
They won't be leaving soon.
Mayor, who did you speak with on the phone just now?
Come on, load it up.
I am going to say.
Mayor Bass, I need to get my phone and we're departing.
Okay. All right. Mayor Bass.
Mayor Bass.
Oh my
Any
God.
comment, Mayor Bass?
Thank you.
Mayor Bass, any comment?
Yes, my comment is they need to leave, and they need to leave right now. They need to leave because this is unacceptable.
Who did you speak with?
Just wait and see.
Mayor Bass,
They won't be leaving soon.
Mayor, who did you speak with on the phone just now? Who did you speak with on the phone?
The head of customs.
Wow.
They need to leave. They're already planning to leave. It was a photo op. He's like, give me my phone back because I got to go. And again, the people that are doxing ICE agents showed up. The people that are putting posters up of these ICE agents and these federal officers, and which have been encouraged. You have Democrats that want them to take their masks off when they're doing this so that their lives and their families' lives are in jeopardy. We've seen this morning, we covered it in McAllen, Texas, that you had somebody that's anti-immigration enforcement shoot at Border Patrol station, hitting an officer in the leg. Luckily for America and the rest of us, that person was neutralized, if you will. I think we have some other videos from different angles. Let's see. Here's another angle.
Party.
Okay. All right. Mayor Bass.
Mayor Bass.
Oh my
Any
God.
comment, Mayor Bass?
Thank you.
Mayor Bass, any comment?
Yes, my comment is they need to leave, and they need to leave right now. They need to leave because this is unacceptable.
Who did you speak with?
Just wait and see.
Mayor Bass,
They won't be leaving soon.
Mayor, who did you speak with on the phone just now? Who did you speak with on the phone?
The head of customs.
Wow.
So, explain to me this. You have a town with as much violence, as much disgust as you could imagine in LA. I used to go to LA 20 years ago. You guys know we're in LA all the time. This is not a place you want to take your family to, this MacArthur Park. It's not a place that you want to go literally vacation in. People go to Disneyland and a couple other spots. The beaches, many of them have turned to crap. It's just absolutely insane that they don't want law enforcement there protecting the citizens, because that's what incense it's doing. This was a drone video at what some call not MacArthur but Meth Arthur Park. Take a look at and Karen Bass wants you to believe that there was kids playing. There was kids playing. Take a look. So again, and the only reason it's like that is it's a Democrat controlled area. Their own police force isn't allowed to do the job they need to do to clean up the city. We've took you down Skid Row. We've took you down numerous places there. Protesters ended up showing up. Take a look at this. This is from Julio Rosas.
There's large amount of law enforcement.
What are you gonna do?
It's a man.
We're American citizens. This does not feel safe. I'm an American citizen, motherfucker. Come do something. You want to get physical with me? Come do something.
You're a man.
There's large amount of law enforcement at a public park in Los Angeles, California on July 7th.
Silence. Silence. I see you. You're press? What press are you?
Oh my gosh. How come she's wearing that mask? That's what criminals do, according to Democrats.
From? Where are you from? Where are you on that side?
Is she, you know what, guys? I would be worried if you're in the LA area. She might be there to kidnap one of you. I think she's a kidnapper. That's what I think. I think she's a kidnapper. Here's another video of some of the agitators that showed up to harass law enforcement and try to deter them from doing the job that you, the taxpayers, pay them to do, that we voted for, and we just funded even more. 10,000 ICE agents, folks. Take a look.
Underneath your First Amendment rights, exercise peacefully, and obey the laws. So when push comes to shove, we sue the city!
That's all they want.
Not the city, the city. We sue the federal government, but I'd like you to tell you that was funny. Now, all streets! All streets! All streets! All streets! All streets! El pueblo unido, amaceno vecino. Chinga la migra!
Viva la migra! And again, as they've pushed up against the federal agents, the ICE officers, the National Guard got brought in, Marines stationed nearby. All that's happened is an increased patrol. So great job, Democrats. Great job, Mayor Karen Bass. They're not going anywhere. They're actually doing raids right now in Los Angeles, and all you wanted was your photo op because you suck as a mayor. You have destroyed that city more than anybody else could have. Between the fires when you're in Ghana, remember that? You left knowing that there was a high probability of major fires. Didn't manage your city, didn't have fire trucks stationed in areas, didn't do anything, and just watched it burn. And we're going to talk about that here in a minute with Gavin Newsom. This was another one over there, just to give you an idea of some of the vehicles that
Guys are fucking wannabes. Guys are fucking wannabes.
A wannabe is probably the unemployed person sitting there holding a camera that is fighting for foreigners over American citizens. And she did respond, Mayor Karen Bass, again, as part of her photo op. I want to listen to just a short clip of what she said.
No, I will never feel helpless.
Let's put this up on the screen.
Well, I call it a political stunt. If you want to call it a dog and pony show, go right ahead. Same thing.
With this going on for more than a month now, are you starting to feel like you're not even in control of the situation, or is there a feeling of helplessness?
No, I will never feel helpless, and I don't think anybody here feels helpless. That's not in our DNA. We're going to continue fighting.
Summer of resistance. Started the summer.
Mayor Bass, he's calling for you to get used to it. What is your?
I'm not going to get used to it. I'm not going to get used to it because last I checked, I was elected to be mayor of the city. That did not include a federal takeover. So either you believe in democracy or you don't.
You are elected as mayor to represent United States citizens, not criminal illegal aliens. But your communist, almost got one for Pixie, but I wasn't going to do that. Your communist butt is out there putting all your effort into illegal aliens while American citizens, taxpayers, and businesses in LA suffer and close down. Just absolutely insane. Just really quick before we get into Gavin Newsom and what he had to say about it, and then that marks the 6-month anniversary of the fires that Democrats created in California. Take a look at this right here. This is what we are trying to avoid here. I remember when they were trying to push masks and what they called the vaccine on us. Remember that? And I said, I had this argument. It was all over the news. I said, listen, if you're vaccinated and I'm not, don't worry about me. My body, my choice. And one of the things, but you could spread it to others. And if we could just save one life, it's worth it. Save one life, it's worth it. Well, it's never worth it to save one life if it has to do with an American citizen that's been murdered somehow by a criminal illegal alien. And I wanted just to play this. I think this is the 4th of July one here that I got.
Deputies say 21-year-old Roberto Meza Rosales hit another car, killing the 19-year-old driver. Witnesses say he ran a red light. Detectives say they found him hours later. Investigators also say he admitted to fleeing and showed signs of impairment. They also learned he is in the country illegally. He could face more charges as U.S. Customs and Border Protection gets involved. Deputies say 21-year-old
Robert Meza Rosales. Come on down. Another one that's killed a 19-year-old girl while he was driving drunk without a license and tried to evade and tried to run. He's an illegal alien from Honduras. And you won't hear mainstream media talking about this, or what we call legacy media. They won't say what a tragic accident for the family of this 19-year-old girl. Nope, they don't want to report it. Why? Because criminal illegal aliens don't commit crimes. That's not me. That's Democrats. And the White House tweeted this out today. It says, oh my God, New York Times finally reported on ICE arresting child rapist illegal aliens. Just kidding. They continue to ignore it. So we made it their front page. Juan Manuel Pereira Reyes, 29, illegal alien from Mexico, convicted of child rape, arrested by ICE in Utah. And it says the New York Times. And again, it's absolutely unfortunate. I don't care if you're a conservative, Democrat, legal, illegal. We need to report the facts. We need to report what's really going on. And instead of covering up and hiding this stuff for these people. And it's absolutely disgusting. Another thing that happened, TPS. We talk about TPS a lot. We've been talking about it for 5 years now. Temporary protection status. Key word, temporary, right? Well, now the left is going crazy. Carolyn, our press secretary, announced that TPS status for Hondurans and Nicaraguans has been revoked. Take a listen to
disaster
her
in 1999.
Homeland Security is moving to end the TPS status on Honduran and Nicaraguan migrants.
Yes.
Any plans to adding additional countries that you could be targeting? Just a reaction.
Sure. Well, I won't get ahead of the Department of Homeland Security on additional countries, but as you pointed out, they did end temporary protective status for Nicaraguans and Hondurans in this country because TPS, temporary protective status, is temporary by definition. It is not meant to be a permanent path to residency or citizenship here in the United States of America. It was originally granted to Nicaraguans following a natural disaster in 1999. That doesn't sound very temporary to me. And as well as Hondurans in 1999 after the impact of Hurricane Mitch in 1998. And so this administration is doing what it promised to do. And if individuals from these countries want to come here, they have a legal pathway to do it, but temporary protective status was never meant to be permanent. The previous administration abused this status and this parole.
Once again, temporary. It's amazing what we have seen these administrations, both Republican and Democrats, do. Never focus on this. These people, and when you get temporary protection status, you do get the same benefits. You get more benefits as a citizen. It's hard for citizens to get a lot of benefits we need. But you get the food stamp program, you get Section 8, you get all these things. And again, from 1999, think about that. 26 years? 20 temporaries, 26 years? Wonder how many of them's already died in the United States. Now let's get to Gavin Newsom crying. He's out there. I don't know why, but he's boasting that somehow that like this 6 months anniversary of the major fires in LA were somehow anything was a success. And it was a complete catastrophe. It was a complete embarrassment. Listen to what he says here. Put this up on the screen for y'all.
What's happening in MacArthur Park? What theater? On the 6 month anniversary, after all, of these fires. That's the message from the polluted heart of the President of the United States, the polluted heart of Stephen Miller. Those National Guard men and women that were out there protecting people are now being used as political pawns. Out there on horsebacks running through soccer fields in the middle of the day, timed around announcements and events like this. It says everything you and I need to know about the state of mind of the President of the United States in this administration. So to those that feel torn asunder by everything that's happened over the course of the last 6 months, notably highlighted and reinforced last 6 weeks and over the course of the last 60 minutes and day like today, I want folks to know we have your back and we'll continue to come back.
Unless you're a
and
citizen.
do what we can.
Unless you're a homeowner in Los Angeles and then your house hasn't even been started to be rebuilt.
To protect our diverse communities, to protect the spirit that defines the best of this city and our state, and to push back against this cruelty. To push back against this cruelty that is being perpetuated by the President of the United States.
So it's cruel to enforce immigration laws. And I'm just going to say it like it is. If it was so cruel when you had the House, the Senate, and the presidency, you would have done something to change that. But you didn't, because you want this political theater. You want it to be an issue for voting, because what else are you going to stand on? We support men and women's sports. Didn't work out for you. Your policies, Bidenflation, increased the cost to every single person. The lower income folks, the middle class, they were struggling because of Democrat policies. Ask anybody in California that's lower income and ask them if Gavin Newsom has made it easier. Ask them if Joe Biden has made it easier. Ask them if the gas prices that are $2 more a gallon here in California has made it easier for them. I can tell you what the answer is going to be. You know it and I know it. And it's just disgusting. But we got some other information, other stuff here. Here he is again. This was governor's press office put this out. And it says, 5 months ago, California Governor Gavin Newsom told CNN, Pamela Brown CNE, that his goal was 30 days to do the hazardous waste and 6 to 9 months the rest of the debris done. Hazardous debris was done in less than 30 days. And 5 months later, 96% of total sites have had remaining debris removed. The work to rebuild communities and lives continues. This was last month.
Anything else is more important than anything else is the need to get the removed. 30 days to do the hazardous waste. We want to get 6 to 9 months, the rest of the debris done. Concurrently, people are getting permits. So this is all happening, rolling together. And we want to see construction very shortly. And in the next few years, we want to see hundreds, thousands of homes rebuilt. More important than anything else is the need to get the...
And they've already had to admit their own failures. They've already had to cut the red tape once because of all the rules and regulations in a free country that Democrats create. They had to take back their own rules and regulations. It's interesting because we're going to get more into this. And Jay Lynn says, I hope he doesn't run for president. Well, we're going to show you what how he's starting his campaign kickoff here shortly. Brian Jones tweeted this out, and we've talked about the California refineries, how we have this special blend, how our rules and regulations are forcing refineries out of California. They don't even want to do business here. And Brian Jones put this tweet up. Let me see if I can put it on a larger thing there. There we go. It says, this morning I sent a letter to Gavin Newsom demanding actions to avert a major energy crisis. For years, Newsom attacked our gasoline suppliers, and now they're closing entirely. Without intervention, California will lose 20% of its refining capacity in the next year, causing major supply shortages and pushing gas prices over $8 a gallon. We've covered this extensively. Gavin Newsom don't want to talk about it. Says if these refineries close, it will send an unmistakable message that gas shortages and sky-high prices are not just tolerated, but they were deliberately planned. Newsom is getting what he always wanted: refinery closures and historic price hikes paid for by working Californians. This is one of those things, guys, that we've been warning. It's coming down the road. And he tweeted this out too, probably about 2 hours and 10 minutes ago. It says, today, I'm signing a new executive order that streamlines Los Angeles's permitting rules and knocks down even more of the barriers standing in the way of Californians quickly rebuilding homes and schools. This is 6 months after the fire, guys. Now he's doing another executive order. But let me ask you a question. If we need to do it for this, do you think it's good to have it in place regularly? We have a housing crisis, and he has to do an executive order to get homes built quicker, that we literally already have the property. There's already owners. Insurance companies are willing to build the house, but nothing's been done. Nothing has been done. It's just insane. How about this right here? This was from Adam Carolla. And he goes, new vlog tomorrow. This was yesterday. As you can see from my roof, no new buildings. Tomorrow it will be 6 months. So this is yesterday, one day before the anniversary. And I'll pull this up on the screen. All you have, look at this. This is the view from his home, Adam Carolla. Look at this. Nothing being done, no construction work. Debris, look at this house. I'm going to pull this off for you so you can look at the debris in the house. Right down here at the bottom where the mouse is. Why is my mouse not going? That's weird. But you can see all that right there. And it's just amazing that he's trying to do a victory lap right now when we know that Democrat policies has destroyed this. And so there was a memo that went out, guys. There was literally a memo. You had Adam Schiff. You had all the California Democrats Way to go, California. You can't make this up. Look at what Adam Schiff says. I'll put it on the bigger one here so you can read it. It says 6 months ago today, disaster struck Los Angeles. And it says, we are rebuilding and we're making every effort to make the rebuild easier and faster. I'm also working to bring back every possible federal dollar to aid those efforts so we can restore our neighborhoods and communities. And this polite person, Bill Martin, did his homework and said, as of early July 2025, 44 building permits have been issued for rebuilding structures impacted by the Eaton fire, according to KCRW and the Los Angeles County Permitting Progress Dashboard. Looks like there's been a lot of butt sitting. Adam, you aren't one of them, are you? Calling him out, exactly what we need to do. They're doing victory laps today. Nothing's been accomplished. Hell, they just opened up Pacific Coast Highway to non-residents. What was it? In May? This is what we deal with. Before we move on and finish up the show, let me put this up. I don't have coffee right now. I'm actually drinking water. But if you still haven't tried 1775 coffee, now is your shot. The 1775 starter kit has dropped. There's only 1,000 units. You're getting the bold dark roast that hits harder than a CNN fact check, the smooth medium roast, and the Vitality Mushroom coffee for clean energy and laser focus with no crash. All single origin, small batch, toxin-free, and mold-free. Plus, you're also getting a gold spoon clip because freedom isn't scooped with plastic. A frother strong enough to stir up your coffee and your mother-in-law's political opinions, and a black 1775 tumbler that says, I don't take life advice or caffeine from a woke sea witch. That's $170 worth of coffee and gear, yours for $99. This is for the ones who've been watching 1775 blow up on Rumble, wondering if it's actually worth it. Spoiler alert, it is. Go to 1775coffee.com/studio and grab your starter kit before they're gone. Bold beans, clean fuel, and a morning routine that stands for something just like Rumble does. Start your day with a coffee that actually backs what you believe in. Give them a check. Go check those guys out if you haven't already. Alex Padilla, another California Democrat. 6 months after the devastating Eaton fire and Palisades fires, we've witnessed one of the fastest disaster sites cleanup in history. Wow. The quickest cleanup, the slowest rebuilding process, the most red tape for the citizens. You do have people now saying, screw it, they're not even going to build there. They're moving out of California because of all the red tape. This has been just a picture of what California is when it comes to politics. You know it. I know it. We covered the fires. How about this one right here? This was Steve Hilton, who is running for California governor. And look at where he sat when they said all the debris is cleaned up. Look at where he chose to do his press conference today. I thought this was kind of epic. Take a look at this.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for coming today. I've just been listening to Gavin Newsom bragging about the response of his administration to the devastating wildfires we saw here 6 months ago to this day. I'm quoting him now. The fastest response in terms of debris removal in modern history. 6 months, and this is still here. 6 months. And look at the scene. And Newsom is bragging about the fastest response in modern history. He said that the response of his administration to this disaster was at a historic pace. Quote, a historic pace. He talked 6 months ago about a Marshall Plan to recover from these wildfires. A Marshall Plan. 6 months later, he cannot even clear the sidewalk. How dare he take to the stage today and brag about his response and lie to the people about historic speed of response, of debris removal, when we can see the evidence of his lies and his failure and his incompetence all around us. Today you're going to hear from people in this community who've been affected directly by this disaster and by the absolute failure of Gavin Newsom, Karen Bass, and everyone else involved to respond appropriately with efficiency and in the way that they promised 6 months ago.
You just can't make this stuff up. I mean, he literally goes in front of his props, which are firemen. When he says Trump's using the National Guard and this is props, he has the firemen that didn't have the resources to do the job, thanks to him. Check this out. So before Gavin Newsom starts his 2028 campaign, Gavin Newsom will tour 8 rural counties in South Carolina, the first Democrat primary state of 2024. Take a look at this right here. This is South Carolina here. Actually, that's the liar. But he's going to South Carolina, to the red areas of South Carolina. This is how he's going to get kick off his 2028 campaign. We knew it was going to happen. I can't wait for it. I know he's a good car salesman in California. I know that he's dodged bullets when it comes to to recall Gavin Newsom. But I'll be honest, when other people get in there, they have a much better record when it comes to Democrat policies. He's tried, and he tried to start that podcast and move to the middle. If I move to the middle, I can get the independent vote. That failed miserably for him. The only thing that I see in Gavin Newsom's future, and we can pray for it, is his next job right here. He's probably underqualified for that job, but I just have a feeling we can't have him as president of the United States. That would be one major disaster. I think I have one more here. Or was that it? Let me see if anything has popped off that's new while we still have 17 minutes if we need it. Let's see. Anything break loose? More Gavin Newsom. I don't see anything. A lot of stuff on LA, which we covered. More on the temporary protection status from 99. That's temporary. Breaking news. Brush fire threatens homes in Laguna Beach. Let's see if we have a live shot of this. They should have a chopper over. Doesn't look like there's a live shot. Yes, there is. So this looks like breaking news. This was not too long ago. It's loading. It's got to play this quick ad right now. Renee gifted 2 subscriptions to Oreo Express. Thank you, Renee. I appreciate you. I appreciate your support. Thank you for blessing the members as well. So it's pulling up right now, guys. This was moments
Are
ago.
battling a brush fire that is near homes.
Yeah, and Gil Levis is in Sky 5 with some details for us. Hi, Gil.
Hi, Lou and Glenn. This fire breaking out just after 2 o'clock this afternoon. Orange County Fire Authority on scene on the ground and in the air. You're seeing one of their heli tankers coming in to make a drop on the fire. It looks like a couple of acres burning uphill. This is near Rancho Laguna Road and Morningside Drive. It is burning up towards the homes off of La Mirada and Summit Drive. You can see the fire department is on scene here with Structure Protection Group. Behind the houses there, you can see there are heavy streams being shot out down the canyon there. You can see a resident on the rooftop looking at the fire, but it is creeping up towards those homes right now. The good news is the aerial assault is underway. They have a fire retardant aircraft in the area dropping fire retardant lines. So it's holding the fire at bay at this point, only to what looks like a couple of acres, maybe at most 5 acres. But again, it's a threat to these homes here along those roads. And as I tilt up,
taken care of. That's scary, especially if you're in that area. Definitely scary. What's this? According to Politico, listen to this.
Get a lot of attention. Shannon Bream outside the court with a little bit of a review as you rifle through that document.
To block some of the One Big Beautiful Bill. Because what do judges want? What do Democrats want? To murder babies? Take a listen.
And the Supreme Court ruling on a case involving Medicaid funding to Planned Parenthood South Atlantic. The Supreme Court siding with South Carolina in the ruling, allowing states to cut off Medicaid funding to Planned Parenthood. Sure to get a lot of attention. Shannon Bream outside the court.
That's an older one. That one fooled me.
A little bit of a review as you...
They're putting up old stuff to try to get some clicks. Let's see if anything else. I think that's it for today. I haven't heard anything on Trump's meeting with Netanyahu. We'll probably cover that tomorrow in the morning. Hopefully there is an announcement of a ceasefire agreement or something of that. So once again, guys, I want to say thank you so much for tuning in. If you guys want to help us out, it is the beginning of the month here, and we got all our bills to pay, the data, the lights, the camera, the action, the phone, and want to say thank you for the blessings to allow us to continue. If you guys want to help out, and we appreciate everybody who does and has, you can donate at Venmo at Oreo Josh, Cash App, $ Oreo Army, GiveSendGo.com / Oreo 2024. And then if you do mobile or online banking and you want to do a Zelle transfer, you can head over to our website, theoreoexpress.com. And if you scroll down our homepage, there's a Donate Now button. It'll have our Zelle link and our other links provided. And we want to say thank you more than you know for everybody supporting us, keeping us going. And so maybe tonight, if anything breaks, we will be live after probably 7:30 Pacific time. We'll have to see how that goes. But until then, thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate everybody and have a blessed rest of your day.
You're still looking good.
I'm still feeling good. You know, I've got all your MyPillow products. Mattress topper, bed sheets, MyPillows, towels, slippers, blankets.
I'm interrupting this commercial to do something I've never done before. Get 2 MyPillows absolutely free on orders of $100 or more. I can't do this forever, so get on board with this great sale today. Our best-selling 6-piece bath towel sets or kitchen towel sets, just $29.98. Our famous standard MyPillows only $14.98. Queens $18.98. King size only $1 more. Body pillows $29.98. Multi-use MyPillow 2.0s with pillowcase $9.98. Save $40 on our Spring Percale and Giza Dream bedsheet sets. Any size, any color. So go to MyPillow.com or call that number on your screen. Use your promo code to save up to 80% on all MyPillow products. And when you spend $100 or more, get 2 standard MyPillows absolutely free.
Don't hide and we don't second guess. Unapologetic, we're bold and we're loud. Shining light on the left shady crowd. Oreo Express, rolling down the track, exposing the lies, ain't no turning back. Conservative fire, we're speaking the truth. At Oreo Express, this one's for you. So grab your boots, let's take a stand for freedom, faith, and the heart of this land. Oreo Express, let's roll, let's go. So grab your boots, let's take a stand for freedom, faith, and the heart of this land. Oreo Express, let's roll.